How's it going, everyone? Today we've got a
Ford Puma.
So yeah, let's get into the interview. So what are the specs of this Ford?
It's a 2022 Ford Puma. It is a mild hybrid. It's about 125 horsepower and it's a daily drive.
And where's the power being sent to?
It's being sent to the front wheels.
And what's the gearbox in it?
It is a 6-speed gearbox.
So for performance-wise, how do you find it?
Well, it's not high performance, definitely, but it's more than enough for a daily drive. You know, it's enough power that will get you out of junctions as quick as you need to.
How do you find the manual gearbox?
You know, a lot of people want to go to automatic, especially with the electric vehicles, but I still like having the manual. You know, it feels nice. It's easy enough to shift gears. The gear ratios are pretty good.
Clutch nice and easy?
Yes, it's all very smooth. I've never really had any problems. Brakes are very, very strong.
That's good. You want that, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the key features that led to my dad wanting to buy this car.
This is your daily driver. What's it like as a daily?
So it's about as much power as you're ever going to need for a daily driver. I mean, it beats most things off junctions. But yeah, it's pretty chilled out, pretty comfortable. You know, it's small enough that you don't feel awkward in the city. And it's big enough that you've got enough space for day-to-day needs.
And what sort of miles per gallon would you get out of it?
About 47, but I do baby it a little bit.
So what sort of perks does this car come with?
So it's got a touchscreen display, which is pretty standard for this year, but it's also got a SOS button for if you've been in a car accident, and it's got driving modes. So you can pick Eco, which is a bit pointless, Sport, which gives you a bit more power, Slippery, which is good in the rain, and Trail, which is good when you're going off-road a little bit.
Very good. And would that raise the suspension a bit in trail?
Yes, it definitely feels a lot more wallowy. I've only had to use it once and you could definitely feel the difference. One of the handy things about this car for a daily drive is a lot of the controls are on the steering wheel.
Yes.
So you don't have to be messing about too much up here. You can mostly get everything through this. But,
yeah, I can see you've got like your video calls, your volume, basically just to scroll through all the menus. So very handy.
Yeah, and then you've got a limiter as well if you want to do that, but
no cruise control.
No, weirdly. You'd think it would have one, but that's one of the features they left out, so...
Fair enough. I mean, cost saving?
Yeah, well, it's reasonably priced, this car.
Yeah.
For all the features you get.
So what would be some of your favourite things about the car?
So I just love that it's comfortable. You know, it's a nice drive and it's super reliable, always starts. But the things I'm not too happy about, it's got no cruise control, which coming from a car that did, you definitely notice it. And the boot cover is very weak and falls off all the time. So like every time you lift it up, it just falls off? Yes.
That's annoying. You would think they would put a bit more like power to than we clips for it, but you know.
No, it's the one complaint we've had.
So what would be the history of the Ford?
So it was bought from new in 2022. No previous owners.
And you've been saying it's been very reliable since?
Yeah, always runs for us, so there's no complaints from us.
I mean, for space-wise, pretty big cabin, you know?
Yeah, you'd think because it was built off the Fiesta it would feel a lot smaller, but you feel there's a decent bit of car around you. Yeah. It's not crazy.
Like, I'll tell you a quick story. I drove all the way to Donegal and back with my friends. It was the car was completely crammed, but was completely full of stuff. It was 5 of us in a car, and I feel like this would be a lot bigger and a lot easier to do that distance in. So for a long distance car, this would be something I would consider, you know. Yeah,
well, I've done trips down to Port Rush in this car, and we've had 4 people in it, and it's reasonably comfortable. Once you put a 5th person in, it feels a bit cramped, but
I get that.
Because that middle seat is not fantastic, but...
Well, I'll tell you one thing, it's better than the Fiesta. Yes.
No, I've been in road trips in a Fiesta, and it's... You're happy to get out of the car at the end of it.
If you are enjoying this video, please make sure to like, comment and subscribe. It'll be greatly appreciated, and enjoy the rest of your video. Now, this car is actually supposed to replace the Ford Fiesta, and it has now become the most, popular car in the UK. How do you feel about that?
Well, I always have a soft spot for the Fiesta, but it's it's only natural. If cars getting bigger, they've moved to a more SUV design. It's the same body as a Fiesta, it's just raised up a bit more. To give you a bit more security when you're driving and a bit more space.
Now, being a family car, what are the safety features like?
So as I said before, you've got the SOS button, but you've also got a emergency system. So if the car detects that you're going to hit something or you're on course for a collision, it will put up a warning in the dash, and it could steer you away from it and drop the power in the engine. But it's not auto braking. So as well as the warning in the dashboard, it actually guides you away from the object you're about to hit. It's not massive, but it's subtle enough that it could make a difference. Me and my dad always comment on, because we normally drive the car, is you feel the road a lot. There's a lot of like sensation through it, so it's nice because you can really feel the road surface, and
Yes.
because a lot of the newer cars you don't feel it as much. Like in the Jaguar I-Pace, it's you can't tell what you're driving on because it's always smooth.
Yeah. So it kind of just numbs the whole feeling.
Yeah, but with this you can really feel it. So if you're going too fast, if the road surface isn't great, you can, it's palatable.
Yes. So what's it like as a city car?
Well, it's got all-round sensors and a rear camera. So I've been driving into Belfast quite a lot for work, and it's quite good for getting into parking spaces you'd struggle to get into if a car that didn't have it, because it shows up on the dashboard how close you are to everything, and it's pretty relaxed.
Exactly, and for a reasonably big car, it's good to have those features.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I don't know if I could go back now that I've got used to it.
So you mentioned a lot about your car and its previous features. What car was it?
That was a Skoda Fabia EcoSport 2011, which is night and day to this thing. It was much less power. It was only 80, 90.
You can feel this has a lot more.
Yeah, and only had rear parking sensors, so now that I've got used to the all-round of the Puma, it's much nicer. Yeah.
Now, comparing this to the Skoda Fabia, this would set a lot higher. Do you prefer the higher seating position or the lower?
I have to say I prefer the higher. It makes you feel a little bit safer. You feel like you've got a lot more car around you.
Yeah.
You're less vulnerable in the case of an accident.
And you can definitely see more around you.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's a lot easier for looking over hedges and stuff. Well, I guess this is a chance to... And there's the kick around the junctions.
I know, I see what you're saying now.
It's not crazy. Like Sean's Tesla in front of me, he could fly off, but...
I mean, that is true, but for a reasonably priced family car, and for being front-wheel drive, I mean, it's that hybrid system, like you said, gives it that extra punch.
No, it's nice. A lot of the Fords are doing it. They've really went for the mild hybrid.
So what would be some other features of the car?
So it's got folding wing mirrors.
Yep.
For whenever you're in the city. And it's got automatic lights and automatic wipers.
Yep.
And it's also got a heated windscreen, so it's a lot easier for getting up in the morning when there's ice.
Yeah. Would you find those features are very handy to have?
Yeah, it's a lot of luxury features, but you're happy to have them for a daily car.
Exactly.
My cousin was driving the Kuga mild hybrid. I think it was the ST.
Okay. Ooh.
And it was similar. It also had that kick.
Yes.
And again, family car, very comfortable.
Yep.
Not really designed for a speedster.
Now it's time to rate the car. So, for Future Classic, we've given it a 2. For Daily, we've given it a 9. For Wallet Hurt, we've given it an 8. And for Fun, we've given it a 4. So the total is 23 out of 40, which is 57.5%. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow our vlog channel and our TikTok channel, link in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.